And welcome in. We're sitting here at halftime of the men's game of a triple header. It's the Valley Forge men at half versus Essex. The women, they had their game earlier. They lost 75-56. There you see the score on your screen. Men down 25-23 at half. We have about 11 minutes left here in halftime. And so far it's been a pretty decent game. You know, it's a tight game. Each team has had some leads. Each team has trailed a couple times. It's been more back and forth as the scoreboard can tell. 25-23 at half. Men play 2 20-minute halves, so once halftime is over, we'll have 20 minutes to go in regulation. Who knows the way this game's going? We might have a little bit of overtime. Maybe, maybe not. And then after that, we have the third game of a triple header. Valley Forge Military Academy versus John Bartram. And that's all here at Price Hall on the campus of Valley Forge Military Academy. Again, I'm David Navo here, hanging out with you guys during halftime of the men's game. Valley Forge Essex. There you see. Looks like the Essex women up in the top right-hand corner getting ready to leave. Usually they hang out until half. Men's and women's team come separate buses. And maybe they'll stick this out and support the men. Usually teams do leave right around halftime, and you see the camouflage floor here at Valley Forge. It might be hard to make out, but in the Valley Forge at center court is the Trojan head, Valley Forge Trojans. That yellow going through the blue is a Trojan helmet. You can also see on the floor on this side to the right of the screen, you see the PIAA, Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association, and then on the other side it's backwards to us, but it says NJCAA, National Junior College Athletic Association. That's the league that the men and women play in. PIAA, that's the academy, and we will have both levels of games for you today. The college games are getting ready to wrap up with their doubleheader against Essex. We're halfway through the men's game, 25-23. About 8 minutes left here in halftime. And like I said, the academy in Essex, the academy in John Bartram, talked about that a couple minutes ago, that I had a chance to go out and watch the academy at a scrimmage last week. It was just the Trojan Classic at Wissahickon High School. Probably about, depending on how you drive, if you do the speed limit, it's about 20 minutes from Valley Forge. And that was actually a big scrimmage, probably one of the biggest scrimmages I've seen. It was Wissahickon who hosted, Valley Forge, Archbishop Ryan, and Strathaven. Trojan Classic. It was a tri-scrimmage. The Trojan Classic tri-scrimmage. All 4 teams are Trojans, i.e. the Trojan Classics tri-scrimmage. Central was supposed to be there. They did not attend. They got Strathaven to replace them in their place. And overall, that was a fun day. It was I don't know, some of you might not be familiar with this area, but for those of you that are, that maybe know of Wissahickon High School, they have good programs all over. Back in my wrestling days, they had good wrestling. They still do have good wrestling. You see the Essex men coming out for an early shoot-around before second half. You see the rack of balls. So we'll actually have something for you guys to view while we hang out here at half. But back to Wissahickon High School. The school has two gyms. One of them, which is kind of different for a basketball court, which is the main gym. It's the Circle Gym. Almost, you could say, replicated off the Carrier Dome at Syracuse. Dome-esque. Well, actually, it is a dome. They call it the dome. It has and there you see Valley Forge. They're on the left, Essex on the right. Valley Forge in the white, Essex in the green. They have a rubber floor. Almost, for those of you familiar with wrestling, more like a wrestling mat than the traditional hardwood that you see not only here at Valley Forge, but at 98% of the school basketball gyms that you see. And then that was varsity in one gym, which is the Dome Gym, which has the rubber mat. And then the other gym, the Square Gym, we're not criticizing Wissahickon by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just about the size of a basketball court. That's all that's there. You walk in the gym, it's just the basketball court. The bleachers come out about maybe 2 foot off the court, so there's a little walkway for you. And that's it. And that gym is hardwood, and there's a rock wall on the back wall there, but got a chance to go to both games because the way they scheduled it is they scheduled the varsity and JV to play at the same times for all 3 games. Each team got 3 games. They were half-hour games, running clock. So it was actually a half hour, not an hour and a half to play a half hour. Later start than what was scheduled, but all in all, good day. Wissahickon High School, even better for me. It was closer to my house. Not that it would have mattered if it was at any of the other schools, even if Valley Forge hosted it. Still only about 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away here from my house to Valley Forge. So it's not not a lot of travel would have occurred. Got a chance to go watch some academy basketball for Valley Forge. And believe it or not, we have actually killed the majority of halftime. We have about 3.5 minutes left. So time check for all those of our crew members in the truck. Time check, you got about 3 minutes till second half. And this is going to be an entertaining second half. Back to this game, I mean, it's 25-23. Dominic Morales of Valley Forge, you see him white in the white with the orange shoes. Now the music kicks in for the second half warm-ups, so we'll bring the mic a little closer. 2.5 minutes left here at halftime, and we don't have a lot of time to kill. If you're joining us, thanks for joining us. Hope you stayed with us. Maybe some of you stayed with us from the women's game. Thank you for continuing to stay with us. Like I mentioned in the women's game, we have a couple big games going on around the area. Villanova won their game against Notre Dame. They were down at halftime. They came back to win. Big football game. There's about 3 of them out there today. North Dakota, South Dakota earlier. Haven't seen the score of that game in a while. But the big one, Army-Navy. Not even big just because we're at Valley Forge Military Academy. It's big just in general. Scrolling through Twitter here, so might be a second just trying to get the scores. I know the Flyers and Dallas Stars are tied in the second. Flyers on a 7-game win streak, trying to get to an 8-game win streak. I mean, this is getting ready for bowl season. Temple Owls will be in the Military Bowl versus Wake Forest. Flyers Stars 1-1 end of the second, just to confirm that score. There's been a lot of... There's not a lot of games out there, but there is a few, and we're about 30 seconds away from getting underway here in second half. We're sitting down, taking a breather, and you look up, next thing you know, and clock's running down on you. And you see they stopped the clock 23.7 seconds to go. We'll put the 20 minutes up. It'll be Morales to pass it in on the far side for Valley Forge. We'll go to Tinley. To Huff. Back to Tinley. Almost lost it. Tinley for 3. Couldn't get it. He knew it wasn't going to be good. He started running to get his own rebound. Couldn't. Morales almost stealing away. It's Frank Rokins on the jam, excuse me, for Essex. And it's 27-23. Ramsey tried to go to Tinley. Rokins tried to steal it, went out of bounds, almost went into the Valley Forge bench. After all of that is settled, it's still Valley Forge ball. Ramsey to Tinley. Morales, 3. Got it. Go. 27-26. There's Quan Jones on the other side. Back over to Sherman. Sherman to Quan. There's the Callaway. Back to Jones. Now it's Sherman. Back to Callaway at the top. Callaway 3. Got it to go. 20. That's 30-26. 4-point lead for Essex. Morales. Ramsey. Driving the lane. Tried to pass it. Couldn't. Stolen away. Galloway the other way. Sherman. In the deep corner, it's Jones. Couldn't get it to go. Putback can't get it to go. Putback can't get that to go. Tinley will get it. He is Huff on the other side. He's just going to walk the lane himself. Got it to go. And it's 30-28. Excuse me. Coming back the other way, it's Callaway to Jones. 3. That is good. A little head nod afterwards. He said, yeah, it was good. 33-28. 18 minutes to go. That's regulation. Men play 2 halves. Ramsey. Tinley. Looking. Morales was open, didn't find him. Tinley still down, wanting the foul. Still wanting the foul. Still talking to the ref. Morales into Ramsey. Morales. That's for 3. Can't get it to go. He has 2. 1 in the first half. 1 so far here in the second half. That's Rokins. Across to Jones. Stolen away. It was actually thrown away. Ramsey will get it. He'll bring it across. We'll go to Morales, back to Ramsey, back to Tinsley. Holding, backing down, stepping in, driving to the lane, across to Morales, a foul. That 3 counted, but it won't count. McDay will check in for Valley Forge. Defensive foul called. That's why that 3 did not count. It was not a shooting foul, it was just a foul. And that is a 5-second violation. Turn it over right where you were. Just 3 minutes into this second half. It's 35-28. Callaway, Jones, Callaway, Sherman, 3, no, rebound. Wilkins can't get it to go. It'll be Wilkins who was fouled. He's at the line for 2. And Cole getting ready to check in for Valley Forge. Wilkins first, up good, 36-28. Second one from Wilkins is up, in and out. Cole will get it. He'll go to Morales. Morales to Huff. Huff. McDay brings it out to the top, settles it down. Into Huff, blocked. Looks like the Essex women have stayed for the start of this second half. There's Tinley back out to McDay for 3. Got it to go. 36-31. 5-point deficit for Valley Forge. Callaway, 3. In, out. Tinley. Push. And he went out. That'll be Morales to pass it in. Foul. Offensive foul. Push off. Stays with Essex. 36-31. 15:45 to go. Jones. Little contact there on Morales. Where this one's going. Surprised that wasn't called. Now he's wide open. That's for 3. In and out. McDay. Cole back to Tinley. Tinley. Pat lost it. Regains the middle. Tries the lane. Off the glass. Can't get it to go. Home run pass. That's Sherman. Got it to go. 38-31. Huff lost it to Wilkins. Jones. 3. That was Sherman in the very deep corner. I lost him because of the pillar up here in the booth. That's Tinley to the lane, fouled. And checking in is Elijah Bush and O'Kenmore. McDay, spin move. Contact, no foul. It'll remain Valley Forge ball. I said it was off of Essex. 30-31, 14-34 to go. McKay, 3. No good. Put back. Cole tried to put the put back with one hand, all in one motion. Couldn't get it to go. Jones, Callaway. Callaway almost lost it. He'll go to Sherman. Sherman. Back out to Callaway at the top. He'll walk in. In the hole. Sherman to pass in. To Callaway. Back to Sherman. Back to Callaway. To Jones. Can't get that to go. That's for 3 and he's fouled. Bush pass into to Callaway. Callaway gets it back to Sherman in the corner. Bush, Callaway, Jones, 3, good. 41-31, it's a 10-point lead, the largest lead of the game for Essex. Morales, 3. Can't get that to go. Huff was there, tried to get the rebound. Okenwa, the taller of the two, takes it off of him. That's for 3. That's good. That came from Sherman. 44-31. Timeout, Valley Forge. Full timeout for Valley Forge. 44-31. And we'll be back with the remainder of the second half right after this. And back here for the men's second half. 60-second timeout, so we took a short break on you guys, even though we didn't leave. We just silenced the mics, and it'll be Cole right to Ramsey. Ramsey brings it down. And an offensive foul. Essex just hanging out. That's Callaway. That's Jones. Back to Callaway, back to Sherman. Back to Callaway. Back to Sherman. That was the Bush in the corner. To the far corner, it's Jones. Jones, 3. Got it. Good. 47-31. 16-point lead. Stolen away. Bush in alone. Oh! The reverse. And it's 49-31. Valley Forge trying to get back in this one, but Essex not laying off. To the lane. It's Staggs to Cole. Cole, 3. No. Rebound. Callaway will get it. Jones, 3. Yes. 52-31. And just like that, this game is taken off. Morales, 3. Corner, can't get it to go. Either of those fall. And it's fouled underneath the net. It looked like it was Brunley was fouled, but he tried to get the rebound. Wow. Usually a 3 coming from Dom falls. That is an unusual sight. 25-23 at half. Now you see the score. It's 53-31. Not even halfway into the second half. First one is up and good. 52-32. It's a 20-point deficit for Valley Forge. Second one from Tinley. Up good. Sorry, that was not Tinley. That was Staggs. Result is still the same. It's 52-33. 19-point deficit. Largest deficit of the game, 21. You just witnessed it before Staggs went to the line. That's Callaway for 3. And now the largest lead is 22 because it's 55-33. It is already a 30-point second half for Essex, and we're not even halfway through the second half. That is just amazing. Essex only scored 25 in the first half alone. Counting that putback there, 32. We have 10:45 left in the regulation. It's 20-minute halves. We're not even 10 minutes into the second half, and they've already put up 32. They only put up 25 last half alone. They're really laying it on them. McDay, Cole, back to McDay. There's Morales, wide open, 3. That'll fall. 57-36. Bringing it up is Callaway. Callaway, Jones. Sherman. Tried to go to Bush, could not. Bryce in the game. He replaces Brunley. Brunley gets a round of applause from his teammates as he comes to the bench. It'll be Essex ball, 57-36. 10 minutes left. Second half. Underneath the net. Put back, no good. Jump shot. No good. Valley Forge will take that. It's McDay back the other way. 57-36. Morales, 3. Count it! 57-39. And there it is, 9:46 to go, 57-39. 18-point deficit now. It was as large as 22. I know 18 to 22 doesn't seem like a big chunk taken out of it, but it's getting smaller, but Essex is still on the gas, and this Valley Forge defense struggling offensive and defensively, mostly defensively. If Morales can keep threes coming and at least putting up points for Valley Forge, you don't want to be giving up too many, but the big thing is getting rebounds. It seems like Valley Forge not getting a lot of rebounds, or as many as they should. And that might just be the overall height. I mean, Essex is the bigger of the two teams if you just look at these guys out there on the court at one time. I mean, Okenwa has a good 3-4 inches on Huff, who is probably Valley Forge's tallest player, and you know, the height can kill you in the long run too. That's Callaway. That's the Rokins back up. Oh, that's an alley-oop to Rokins, and he went up over Staggs, but he couldn't finish it. That would have been interesting. Cole will pass it in. He'll go to McDay. McDay. 57-39, 8:20 to go. 9:20 to go, I'm sorry. McDay, the lane, whistle, silent. Oh, there's a block by Okenwa. We do thank you for joining us here at Valley Forge Military College and Academy and College. Price Hall. David Navo, high atop Price Hall. Game 2 of 3 in this triple header. The women's game wrapped up before this one. The women lost to Essex 75-56. Men currently down 57-39. 9:10 to go, second half. That's for 3 from Callaway. That's no good. Morales will get the rebound. He'll go to McDay. The game following this is the Academy versus John Bartram. We'll be here with you for that one. That's Morales 3 on the other side. That's short. And Staggs fouled underneath, but no foul called. The ball was cut off by the assistant director, Mike Musella, here at Valley Forge. Saved it from going up the steps. That was a missed pass. That was intended for Staggs. It'll go to McDay. McDay to Morales. Morales to Staggs to McDay, in, out, can't go. Sherman. No, it's Rokins to Callaway, back to Rokins. Back to Callaway, back to Rokins. Rokins driving the lane, and he's fouled. No, he fouled. Offensive foul. Offensive foul, so it'll be Cole to pass it in to McDay. McDay to Morales. Morales holds. He'll go to McDay. Short 2. Got it to go. 57-41. Valley Forge down 16. 8 minutes to go. Broken. Callaway. Broken. Okenwa. Bush. 2. In, out, no. Checking in is Baez for Essex. Cole. Looks like it'll be Cole to pass it in to McDay. That's the closest one to him, followed by Morales. And we'll go to McDay. Down the sideline, he lost it. That is the Jones. He was open. Didn't have enough room to get up and jam it down. He'll just put it up. 57-41. McDay is fouled. No. Timeout was called before the foul. Now it looked like Essex was trying to call the timeout. I believe it is their timeout. Now you see the scoreboard. It was you just saw the scoreboard a second ago. It was 59-41. 7:27 to go. Second half. And it's a full timeout, Valley Forge. They got the timeout off before McDay was fouled. And like I was just saying a couple minutes ago, it was a close game at half. It was 25-23, and it's now 59-41. That was Essex up at half, and it's now Essex still up 59-41. Here with 7:27 to go in the second half, and they've just taken off. They came out of half early, got a couple extra minutes of the warm-ups under their belt. They came out ready to play, ready to take this win. If it was a 1-point win or a 101-point win, they came out ready to play. Valley Forge wasn't that they didn't come out ready to play, but just, you know what I'm saying, not getting all the rebounds, which you don't expect to get all of them, but the height-wise, Valley Forge the shortest of the two teams here, so the height does go to Essex, just like the height for the women's game was just about even. There was a handful of players on Essex that I could have just gone down the list and said, well, I'm taller than this person, this one, and this one. There isn't a single person on this men's team for either team that I'm taller than. There's a couple I'm close to, but not near. And when you don't have the size, that can help you. And that's Rokin's alley-oop putback. He didn't jam it. Actually, that is not Rokin's. That is Bush. Went up for the alley-oop and he just tipped it in. And here comes Tyler Knight. He'll check in for Valley Forge. He's going to come in for Bryce. (61-41) is a 20-point deficit. Now Tinley will come in for McDay. So on the floor for Valley Forge, you have Morales, Knight, Tinley, Staggs, Cole. There's Rokins, the rebound. He'll go to Callaway. He'll hold. The clock will tick down to about 7 minutes to go. He'll walk in and he's fouled. That's Tinley's fourth. He has to watch 5 and he'll sit. Valley Forge down by 20, 7 minutes to go. And then one is up, good, he'll get one more. Makes one, gets another. (62-41). That's up, that's good. It's 63-41. 22-point lead for Essex. Tinley, down the far sideline. Behind his back. Brings it to the lane. Contact, no foul, gets it to go. 63-43, it's back to a 20-point deficit. Jones, Callaway. Broken. Back to Callaway, back to Broken. Back to Callaway. Back to Jones. Back out to Callaway. Back out to Broken. To Bush. To Callaway. Drives the lane. Contact. No foul. Broken putback. Got it to go. It will count. They said he got it off before the shot clock. 65-43. 22-point lead for Essex. Cole. Tinley. 6:12 to go. Tinley holding it again. JCAA logo. The automatic on the Morales. Now he's double teamed. Now he's in trouble. He will find Cole in the corner for 3. And he got it to go. Bush threw his hand up at the last second, which is good effort by Bush. Still falls. And it's 65-46. 5:50 to go. Jones. Callaway. Nope. Cole with the rebound. Got it. He'll come down. Looking. Has to get across half court first. Tinley. Stepping in. Goes back out to Morales. Morales 3. That one is good. Since his last miss, he's made 3 straight threes. And it's 65-49. Up comes Callaway, taking his time, bringing it across half court. Running the top, he'll go to Roken. Running the time, he'll go to Roken, back to Callaway, back to Jones. Across to Roken. That's pushing the in the paint, can't get it to go, even though the paint here isn't painted. It'll go to Tinley. To Morales. Back up to Tinley. Fakes. Steps into one. Tried to draw the contact. There was contact. No foul. Now the foul. But not for the shot. And it'll be Sherman and Okenwa checking in for Essex. Sherman came in for Rokins. Okenwa comes in for Bush. On the tech. There's a technical foul on Tinley. That's his 5th. He will sit. Now they're just going to sort this out. I think the technical came after the foul, I believe. Now we'll have the technical foul shots right here. Quan Jones at the line. The other 9 players on the other side of half court. The technical foul shot is up. That is good. 66-49. He will get another. He'll get one, and that's good. He'll get one more. Yeah, so they're going the foul and the technical for the foul shots here. His 3rd foul shot is up. Just like the first 2, you can count it. 68-49. One more is up. Count them, all 4 of them. It's rare that you see all 4 foul shots. 4 foul shots. That's just for the technical. This is for the foul right here, which I think Morales is questioning. Was it 2 for the tech? There was a foul and a tech called. So what were those 4 for? Obviously they were technical, but he just wanted clarification. And it will be Baez at the line for what looks to be a 1-and-1 situation. That is up and good. So now Baez, one more. 70-49. Up. No good. So of the 6 foul shots, Essex makes 5 of them. So they just had a 5-0 run without even Valley Forge even touching the ball. Thanks to the technical foul by Tinley. Foul on the official said foul on 3-0. There is not a 30 on the floor. There is a 0 on the floor, and I believe that's what he meant. White 25. That is Tyler Knight on the foul. We'll walk the floor, and we'll get Okenwa at the line for 2. 70-49. Up by 21. And the clarification was 2 technical fouls for those 4 foul shots at the line. Usually you get 1 per technical foul, so they called 2 technicals plus the other 2. And then the 1 and 1. The first one went, the second one did not. So that's why Jones got 4 at the line, because there was 2 technicals against him. That is up. That's Cole 3. Could not get it to go. And it's Jones bringing it down to Callaway. To Sherman. We're just going to hold it here. 4 minutes to go. Back across to Callaway. To Jones. Faked. As you go back to Callaway. Callaway drives the lane. He says, oh, he can't get that to go. Oh, Ken on the rebound. He can't get that to go. On his own rebound now, he's got that one to go, and it's 72-49. The tall guy missed one, got his own rebound, got the putback. 73-49. That's Morales. Driving to the lane. He kicks out to Cole. Cole for 3. Got it to go. 73-52. 3:20 to go. That's Jones. Across to Callaway. Right to the lane. Can't get it to go. Okenwa. Turnaround, can't get his to go. Loose ball, still loose. I believe McDay has it. It's a whole big pile of players. McDay does come out of the pile with it. But they said McDay was late to the pile, and it'll go Essex ball. That's Callaway at the top. To Sherman. Back to Callaway at the top. Over to Najee Houston. We haven't seen a lot of him. And there's Callaway 3. Count it. 76-52. 4:20 to go. No, 2:40 to go. I'm sorry. Flip the numbers there. It's 2:40 to go. And in between those technicals and the timeout, we got a visitor up here in the booth, and it's women's assistant coach, Coach Cooper. Coach, obviously, again, that one didn't go the way you guys went. But overall, how do you think that game went for you guys?
We played we were right in the game in the first half. We were down, and the halftime speech was more or less, look, we got to chip away at the baskets. We were down 34-25. We were down 11 points. In the speech itself, I was talking to him about, like, we got to go in the third quarter, like I told in the last broadcast. The third quarter is the key to the game. In the first initial couple plays, like 3 turnovers.
Yeah, just like you were talking about the other day. Third quarter important for the women's game, and the first 5 minutes or so for the men, because they only play 2 halves, is also important, because that sets up the remaining 15 minutes of the game. And yeah, it was a close game at half. So you guys were in it, and again, couldn't close out. Is that something you've been working on practice, or just the overall endurance of the other teams?
David, just the day before, the day before, we worked our closeout. We worked on closeout most of the practice, and second and third shots is a Achilles heel for us. When teams go in and they clash, or they leak in and get the rebound, that is a major issue. Yeah. That is a major issue. When teams come in and they crash the offensive rebound and we don't get the defensive rebound, that's a big, big issue with us. That is a big concern. I don't know how many offensive rebounds they had. The whole idea is to seal their players after the shot is made, and then we attack the rim. We didn't do that, in the second half. Just like Lackawanna, too many second and third opportunities that hurt us. And that was there wasn't a great shooting. Essex wasn't a great outside shooting.
No, Lackawanna came back in the second half and just started hitting the threes.
Yeah.
That's what got you down there, but it really wasn't spectacular shooting by Essex to close it out for them. But in the end, they do close that out. And what have you seen of this men's game? I don't know how much of it you have seen.
The men's game, you know what? It's similar, modeled like our game. Like,
Exactly.
they played very close in the first half, and it's the third quarter that really, really is, that's a detriment to them. I do want to say, when you're in striking distance, 5 points, you never want to get the points to get above 10 points. Because it's an uphill battle. Then you trade basket for basket. 3-point shot versus 2-point shot. You want to keep your within, I know we talked about this last time, you want to stay within 5 to 4 points. So you keep the game close. Then you have momentum shifters that are actually, they take the game over.
Yeah. Oh, I would completely agree. Keep it within no more than 2 possessions, that 4 or 5 points, because then you get 2 stops, you get 2 threes, you're up by 1, and momentum can change.
Yeah, and then you kill their momentum by saying, like, look, stop the ball, stop the pressure, and then we can, that momentum carries over to the next couple possessions, because on the defensive side, we get the ball, or whoever it is, on the men's side or women's side, we get the ball, we get the stop, then we come back and set the tone for our next shot. All that trickles over to momentum and being able to play time and time again. I think both teams have chemistry. Both men's and women's have chemistry. The thing is really, what's the word is we are lacking. Turnovers are killing us too. Turnovers, we need to limit our turnovers. I didn't look at the stats on turnovers, but I know turnovers is a bit side by side with So we reached it like at halftime. Can't have any turnovers, and we gotta own the third quarter. I don't know. It was frustrating for me today. Really, most players were like, Then we got into foul trouble. Yeah. We had 3-4 players had like 3 or 4 foul troubles, or 3 or 4 players that were in deep foul trouble. So we went to the line quite a bit at the end, but we didn't attack as much in the third quarter. So we have to learn when the pressure's up, we need to be able to step up to the challenge. When the coaches say, like, look, push the ball up, run our plays, we need to run our plays, and execute our plays.
Well, for here with the men's game, they're going to have alongside Coach Cooper from the women's. Minute 15 left in this one. Essex up 78-56. I was waiting to say their total because they went up for 3 and it was no good. So it's 78-56. Minute 7 to go. And just like you were just talking about with fouls, it looks like the men have gotten into some foul trouble lately. So far in the second half, they have 10 fouls, and Essex only has 5. But Essex came out real strong to start the second half. They came out in the first 10 minutes and put up 30 points, which they didn't even put up in the first half alone. So to come out and do that in the first 10 minutes of the second half, that's when this game was really won. And that's when we were just talking, first 5-10 minutes of the men's game for the second half sets up the last 10 minutes, which is pretty much your third quarter. If you take the 20 minutes and cut it in half, first 10 minutes is a quarter, you set up that third quarter, you lose the first 10 minutes, now you have to battle back the last 10 minutes and you pretty much are almost out of it.
And you have to be strong when you battle back. I mean, you have to. Then it becomes you got to get defensive stops on each possession, and then we get the ball and we got to execute. You know, you got.
And there you just saw on your screen the scoreboard. 26.9 seconds ago, 78-56.
We just need on stronger teams. We need teams like this in Lackawanna. The nice thing about this is a learning experience for all, both men's and women's. The learning experience is this: we're going to see these teams again late in the winter time. And it teaches us by watching game film. Teaches us by looking at what their this game we learned from, and then when we go up to their facility, how we can execute better.
You also play Lackawanna coming up next. Well, not next, but coming up towards the end of the year too.
Yeah.
So still a chance for the men and women to split with Lackawanna and Essex, because both the men and women lost to Lackawanna.
Yeah.
You guys lost to Essex, and 78-56. 20 seconds left. I've never seen a comeback like this before, so it looks like the men will go on to lose again to Essex. So we get one more game. I don't know if you're aware of the other game going on later on tonight. It's the Academy and John Bartram High School. We're here for it. So we got the first two games out of the way as the final 2 seconds run off the clock here. Essex wins against the college. There you see the scoreboard, 78-56, and we get the Academy game coming up next.
I'm sort of wanting to stay and look at the Academy game, look at these players, see how this is their second game. They understand they won their first game by 20 points.
Yeah, the first game was last night, back at it tonight, so they have a back-to-back, which could be interesting to see how they come, start of the season off a back-to-back. First home game, they were at Morristown yesterday, so that was last night, so they're home today. Actually, it's another night game here, the nightcap of this triple-header, but second game of the year, coming off a back-to-back, coming off a win like you just said. This one's at home, so we'll see how the home crowd, if the home crowd plays a factor. I think the home crowd might play a factor just to get back out on your home court.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be good to see the men's academy team. Kind of interesting. They practice really hard, and I want to see exactly what their skill level is and see exactly how they do, because they have some real big post guys inside. So I'm looking at guard play. See how their guard play is as well.
Yeah. So that's the Academy game, and that's coming up in about an hour or so.
Yeah, I think that game comes about 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's like a 6 or 7 o'clock. So I believe we're gonna step aside and come back for the Academy game. So we'll be back for the Academy game right after this. I was like, I ain't talking that long. I just don't feel like it. Flyers came back to win. 8-game wins.